Hey, church, just want to give a quick word of encouragement. We are in Romans chapter 6. We're going to finish chapter 6 tonight. And one of the things that we've been looking at is it was really Romans 5:20 where it says, where sin abounds, grace abounds much more. And we've been talking about what grace looks like. And after Paul says where sin abounds, grace abounds much more, he asks two different questions in Romans chapter 6. The first question is in Romans 6:1, where he says, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? And then he says, certainly not. And the word continue refers to habitual sin. Shall we continue sinning like we did before we were believers, in the same way where there's no transformation? And he says, there's no way. And then he spends Romans chapter verse 2 really all the way to verse 14 explaining why. Because if you present yourselves if you submit to the sin nature, then you become a slave to the sin nature. And so in the second half, in Romans 6:15, and this is what we're going to touch on tonight, and I was hoping that, to give you guys a little insight, is he asks a second question, and he says this, he says, what then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Now, he's not asking the same question. He's asking a different question. And he's asking, okay, if we can't sin habitually like we did before, can we sin occasionally? Can I sin every now and then? Can I just sin sometimes? I mean, I'm a sinner, right? Isn't that okay? And Paul answers that question saying, no, you can't. And what Paul is saying, he's not saying that we will never sin, okay? But Paul is dealing with the issue of willful sin. He's dealing with the issue of someone saying or asking, like, I know it's wrong to sin, but I'm addicted in a sense. I'm tired of battling. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of resisting the temptation. And so because I'm tired of resisting, I'm going to continue sinning. Who cares? I'm saved by grace, right? Isn't that what that's for? And Paul would say to you and me, he would say, no, that's not grace. That's not grace. Grace doesn't produce a life of sin. Let me say that again, okay? Grace doesn't produce a life of sin. Grace produces a life of holiness. And so we're going to talk about this today, and we're going to get into this a little bit more detail tonight. So join us, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.